Hello, this is Ahmed Hafiz, and today we will talk about sales order picking using warehouse management in Microsoft Dynamics 365 supply chain management. Sales order picking means we need to get the quantity from here or the product from here from the storage location and put the quantity in the dock door or the packing area to be delivered to the customer. Before explaining the required setup, we need to start by some key terms related to the outbound operations. The first term is shipment. Shipment is a single order or a multiple orders are grouped together for delivery to the same place or same destination. For example, if you order two items from Amazon or any other online shopping, they might come from the same warehouse and be delivered together in the same shipment or possibly in the same box. Group the orders into single shipment can save cost on handling and shipping the quantity and also can speed up the order processing. This screenshot show an example for shipment on Dynamics 365 supply chain management. Here we have shipment ID, we have direction, this could be inbound or outbound, we have the volume, the weight, we have here the load ID, we will talk about the load term in the next slide. We have here the work quantity and the quantity of the order. We have here the site and warehouse. We have all the details of the shipment here on this screen. The next term is load. Load could be car, truck, ship, airplane, train, or any other tool that can be used to deliver the quantity from the source warehouse to the destination. Here in the screenshot, we have load ID, we have the status, we have the relation with the shipment, we have the order number, the item number, the weight of the items, the arrival time, and so on. We have here also header information for the load. The next term is wave. Wave typically involve grouping shipments together based on various factors such as their destination or the priority. Once shipments are grouped together into wave, they are processed and fulfilled together to optimize the efficiency and reduce the handling cost. Wave can help the warehouse managers to streamline the warehouse operations by allowing them to allocate the resources more effectively. The next term is reservation hierarchy. Reservation hierarchy help to determine which inventory dimensions should be considered when reserving the inventory. Let's say we have batch item, and if we have reservation hierarchy like this one and the batch number above the location, this means the batch number should be determined when placing the order. If the batch number below the location, this means we will allow the warehouse worker to pick whichever batch or serial is available in the relevant location. Now we will talk about the required setup to pick the sales order using warehouse management. The first setup is work template. Work template, we already talked about this term in the previous session. So we will need to create work template here and select work order type equals sales order, create a record here, then determine the pick and put operation. Or maybe we can have pick from storage, then put to staging, then pick from staging and put to bay door. It depends on the business need. The important thing is you need to go to edit query and filter on the warehouse. Pay attention to the sequence here. If we have multiple work templates for the same warehouse, the application will try to apply the first work template, and if it failed, the application will try the second work template. So make sure to set the sequence correctly. The next setup is location directive. This time we will create two records, one for pick and one for put. So you need to go to location directives, work order type, select sales order, create a record. The first one will be pick. Here you will select the warehouse, and here you will select the quantity range, and here is the sequence of action. So the first action is try to pick from floor, and if it failed, if there is no enough quantity in the floor, the application will try to pick from the bulk storage. Then you will need to create another record for the put operation. So here you will set work type equal put. Here the warehouse selection, you will set the warehouse. Here is the quantity range. Then you, in the action, you will set where to put the quantity. Here we will put in any location with location profile equal bay door. The next setup is wave template. Wave template will determine how the wave will be created and allocated. We have several options here. Let's take these three as an example. The first one, automate wave creation. If you select this one, the wave will be created automatically when releasing to warehouse. The next one is process wave add release to warehouse. If you select this one, the wave will be processed, which means allocated, and the work will be created after releasing to the warehouse. If you did not select this one, you will need to process the wave manually. Then this one, automate wave release. If you select this one, the created work will be available on the mobile device. If you did not select this one, you will need to release the wave manually or unblock the works manually. The next section here called methods. Every wave template should has these four steps. We need to make sure the wave is valid. We need to create the load. We need to allocate the wave or allocate the inventory. Then we need to create works. We have some other optional methods here like replenishment, containerization, sorting, and printing. It depends on the business needs. So let's say you need to add label printing. You need to select the label printing from here. Then you need to use the arrow to move it to the selected method. The next setup is mobile device menu item. We need something on the mobile device screen on the mobile device to be used by the warehouse worker to process the works. So we will go to mobile device menu item, then we will need to create a new record here. Let's call it sales picking. Then here the first thing the mode will be work, and we will use existing work. We will not generate a new work because the work is already created when we processed the wave. We can determine here if the work will be directed by the user or by the system. We can define here which work class is applicable for this menu item. We have some other options here. It depends on the business need. You can maybe just hover over on each parameter to learn more, or maybe you can just search on Microsoft Docs to learn more about this screen. The next setup is the mobile device menu. You need to add the menu item to a menu, otherwise it will not be visible to the warehouse worker. So you need to go to, let's say, to Outbound here, then move the menu item from the available menus to the menu structure. and you can maybe use this arrow to move up or move down. Now we will talk about the process itself. We already completed the setup. Let's have a look on the process. The process starts by creating the sales order. Then we will need to reserve the quantity to fulfill the order. The reservation can be either manually or automatically. It depends on my setup. Then we will need to release the order to the warehouse. After releasing the order, the shipment will be created and added to a wave. Some customers may add the shipment manually to the wave. It depends on the business need. Then we will need to process the wave to create the works. Then we will need to release the wave, otherwise the works will be blocked and will not be cannot be processed by the warehouse worker. Once the wave is released, the worker can pick and put the quantity to the bay door. Then we can confirm the shipment and post the packing slip. Regarding release to warehouse step, we have three options. We can release from the order screen, from the sales order screen. We can use outbound load planning workbench to release the load, or we can use batch job to automatic release the sales order. So basically, release to warehouse means we notify the warehouse department there is an order and require their attention to fulfill the demand. Regarding the wave creation and processing, we have graphical view here explaining the steps. So first step, we create the wave. This can be done manual or automatic. Then we add the shipment or the load to the wave. Then we need to process the wave to create the works. Then we need to verify if the work is fine or not. This we need to check if the work template is okay. We need to check if the location directive is okay. Then we need to check if there is enough on hand in these locations or not. If everything is okay, the work will be created. Then we can release these works to the warehouse workers to process it. If not, we will leave the wave open. Then we can check what's wrong. Then we can process the wave one more time. Now we will have a demo on the application. I will show you the setup and the process on Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management. Firstly, I will show you the setup, then we will go through the process. So first one is the work template. So let's go to the work template, go to modules, warehouse management, setup, work templates. Here we need to select work order type equals sales orders. So in this demo, I will use warehouse 24. So this one is applied to 24. Here in the edit query, we have filter here on warehouse 24. And here we have two step only, pick and put. The next one is a location directive. So go to setup again, location directives, sales order, and we need here two records, one for the pick operation and one for the put operation. So pick operation here. So here we have work type equal pick. Here we selected the warehouse 24, and we have here two lines here for quantity. First one is restricted by unit. So if we use pallet, the application will consider the first line. If we use any other unit, the application will go to the second line. So in the second line, we have two actions. First one, the application will try to pick the quantity from the floor locations. If there is no enough on hand, the application will go to the bulk location. So here in the first one, we need to set the query. Here, click on edit query. So we need to select from any location with location profile ID equal floor. And for the second one, we need to pick the quantity from any location with location profile ID equal bulk. The next record is for the put operation. So here we have work type equal put. Here the warehouse, the quantity range, we have one line only here, and we will put to the paid order. So if we go to here, edit query, so location profile ID paid order. The next one is a wave template. So let's go to again to setup, waves, wave template. So we will use this wave template. We have only the mandatory steps here, and we have automate wave creation process. Let me also automate the wave release, then click save. So we will use this one. We see here also in the edit query, we don't have any filters. And in the warehouse selection, we selected warehouse 24. The next one is the mobile device menu item. So go to setup again. Then we need to go to mobile device menu item. We will use one of the existing menu items called sales picking. So this sales picking, here the mode is work. We will not create new work. We will use the existing work because the work is created while processing the wave. We will display the inventory status and we will direct this menu item or this operation by the user. And this menu item can be used for sales class only. After creating the menu item, we need to add this menu item to a menu. So let's go to menu, mobile device menu here. Then in the outbound operation, we need to make sure that we selected the menu item here. So let's create new sales order. So go to here, we can create the sales order from account receivable or from sales and marketing module here as well. Click on new button, use any customer. Let's use this one. We will use warehouse 24. Click OK. I will use item A0001. I will sell 10 pieces. I can set here unit price. Then click on save button. The next action is to reserve the quantity. So click on inventory, reservation. We can enter the value here or we can click on reserve lot. If we click on reserve lot, we reserve the full quantity. And here is the reserved physical is 10. Let's go back. The next step is to release to warehouse. So go to here, warehouse tab, then click on release to warehouse. After releasing the order to warehouse, you will get info message for the shipment creation, wave creation, and so on. So you can check the shipment from here. If you go to the line and click on warehouse, shipment details, you have here the shipment ID, load ID, wave ID, and if you click here, the work details. We have here the work ID and we have two steps according to the work template and the locations based on the location directives. Let's take the work ID, copy this one, and let's go to the mobile device or mobile application. So here, let's log in by user 24. Let's go to here, let's go back. So we need to go to outbound Then we need to go to sales picking. We need to enter the work ID or the license plate ID. Here I need to confirm the location. So location FL001 and the quantity is 10 pieces. Then okay. And scan the license plate. So we need to know the current on hand for this item and what is the license plate. So if we can go here on related information inventory by location, then we can filter on location FL001. We can see here there is an item here A001 and we have here 82. We have reserved, yeah, the available physical is 40 only. So but all of this in license plate 24. So let's take this copy and let's go back to the mobile application. So let's enter the license plate. And so now I will take 10 pieces only from the license plate 24 and I will move these 10 pieces to another license plate. So the application asks me here what is the target license plate, what is the new ID for the new license plate. I can enter here, let's say AH 11123, enter, then delivered to location, we will put this quantity in the bay door. So confirm, work completed. If we go back to the work, refresh, so the work is closed here and here. If we go back to the shipment screen and let's refresh this one, now the status is loaded. We loaded the quantity. So next one is we need to confirm the shipment. Status is shipped now. Then we can post the packing slip. So from here, packing slip. So there is something here. We can post the packing slip from the load screen and we can post the packing slip from the sales order screen. If you use warehouse management, you need to post the load from the load screen or from the shipment screen. And this dialog work differently. So if you initiate this dialog from the load screen, this parameter will be disabled and you cannot edit the quantity. Okay, so click on OK. Okay, one more time. Okay, so we can also take a look on the load screen. We can cancel the packing slip if needed, and we can reverse the shipment confirmation if needed. So first thing, I need to cancel the packing slip. Now this button is enabled, reverse shipment confirmation. I can, let me show you the status here. Reverse shipment confirmation. Now status went back to loaded. So let's confirm one more time. Shipped, and we can post the package slip again. So now you can invoice the order. Notes here, 100% of all work completed. Status is shipped, so everything looks fine here. Now I want to show you how to create the wave manually and how to add the shipment to the wave. So first thing, let's go to the wave template. Here, wave template. What's wrong? Yeah, something wrong here. Let me refresh the screen. Let's go back. Audio, warehouse, setup, wave template. And here I will disable this one. And also I can process it manually. So let's create a new order. So let's go to account receivable again, all sales order. Let's create, select any customer. Let's select A001 here, 10, then reserve the quantity, then release to warehouse. So one shipment is created. Here, but we don't have load ID and we don't have wave ID. We can create the wave manually. So let's go to warehouse management, outbound waves, shipment waves, all waves. Then we can create a new wave. Let's call it US-003 test. And we need to select the wave template from here. I will select the wave template for 24. Then here I need to click on maintain shipment. Then I need to add the shipment here, add to wave. Then we can refresh. So we have here the shipment. But until this moment, there is no loads, there is no work. We need to process the wave. So we need to click here on process. This will create the work and load. If we refresh here, we have the load ID and we have the work. But notice here the work is blocked. We cannot process this work right now. So we need to release the wave. So go here and release the wave. If you check the work one more time, the work is now unblocked. We can take the work ID and process it again. So sales picking, enter the work ID, confirm the location, then here we need to select the license plate we have on hand in license plate 24. The new license plate, I will add this to license plate 456. Then we need to review the Putlu information, then we can confirm work completed, work is closed now. If we go back to the shipment is loaded, we can confirm the shipment and we can post the packing slip. In this last scenario, I will show you the outbound load planning workbench. But first, let me just try to re-enable the automate wave creation again. Let's go to wave template. Wave template. Here. Let's here enable this. And let's create a new sales order. US/003. Okay. Select the item. Reserve the quantity. Reserve lot. Here. Then instead of release to warehouse, I will use outbound load planning workbench to create the load, then release it to the warehouse. So I will go to here, outbound load planning workbench, select the order, then click on supply and demand. If I need to add this quantity to a new load, I will use this button. If I need to use existing load, I will add this one. So to new load, select load template. I can adjust the quantity from here. Click OK. Then I can release it to the warehouse from here. We can see here work is created, wave is posted. So let's go to the load. Then let's have a look on the wave. Wave is created and released, processed and released. We have also the work is created. We can take the work ID and do the picking through the mobile application. So there is no new steps here. So this is what I wanted to show you in this session. So of course there is a lot of scenarios depends on the business needs. So you need to read more about the outbound operations and try to practice on your own. Thanks for watching and wish you best of luck in your career.